Isn't it true the hottest trend of 21st century is innovation? Well, today I'm here to tell you what it takes to build a crazy innovative startup. It all began for me back when I joined the MIT Media Lab India Initiative program. Yes, a bunch of crazy people. A US-led research facility with equipments arriving from all across the globe. It was a fab lab in the making, right here in the city of Mumbai. Having built over 20 projects with them, I would like you all to know how easy it is to go from ideation level all the way to full-blown production. Well, I am 22 years old now, and all the 22 times that I've revolved around the sun, I was living here in Mumbai. And it is fun living in Mumbai. Everything you want, everything you need, all is there here in Mumbai, including this. Yes, if at all nobody else, we Mumbaikars do know how to enjoy. One thing good about Mumbai is the nightlife. Did you know there are over 300 bars and clubs in Mumbai city alone? 300, can you imagine that? I mean, we do really know how to enjoy, don't we? This is not a problem. Problem is when it's time to stop all this and go back home. When people are drunk, they are not really in the state of mind to make correct and logical decisions. People drink and drive, people get mugged, people have their mobile phones stolen. It's all a huge mess. That is a problem. And in order to solve that, it has to have a solution. And in order to solve that, back when I was in my second year in VJTI college, we came up with a solution to this. We came up with an amazing idea called the texting tumbler. So this is the first topic I'll talk about. Simply speaking, texting tumbler is a glass, a simple, normal glass that you would use to drink alcohol in a bar. So it would go something like this. It's a glass fitted with some electronics at the end. You pour in the first shot in the glass, right? The glass starts glowing green, right? Telling you you're free to go ahead with your second one. You clink it with your partner, you do a bottoms up, and the glass starts glowing yellow, telling you, whoa, one's fine, two's too many. You call in the bartender, you tell him to pour another one. Now, you are all excited. You're all excited to get more alcohol. You again clink it, you do a bottoms up. You go for it, and you call in the third one. Now, the glass starts blinking red. Time to stop, not a drop more. But what is life without alcohol? You finish it up, and you go ahead for the fourth one. But now you see, the glass is smart. It wirelessly contacts a central server. And the central server knows the mobile number of your mother and father. So it simply does the one thing it is designed to do. It sends an SMS. Your son. Did you see it also mentions the address so that it can come pick you up? I mean, I can see a lot of faces not really happy in the audience. This was one such technology that we went ahead and made. More on the lines. You see, not a very long time ago, when you had to buy music, when you had to listen to new songs, you had to actually go past across the street to a CD store, something like this, and buy music CDs in order to listen to them. Well, when internet became popular, people realized, you know what? I can sit back, relax on my sofa, and download music from the internet. I don't have to go all the way to the music store for that. That made me think, why don't we sit at home, relax on our sofa, and download clothes? Download clothing. That's when we came up with our second ingenuitive project called the Fabric 3D printer. We reverse engineered the entire textile manufacturing process. We went into seeing it, how fast can we actually cut short on the redundant factors in textile manufacturing, and we came up with a project that, that took raw materials like wool and cotton into input, and then based on a computer algorithm, printed them layer by layer as clothing. And there it was. Ladies and gentlemen, we created the Fabric 3D printer that allowed you to download clothes from the internet and print them at your home. I mean, this was all fun, exciting, cool, all at the same time. Little did I know that I was still doing engineering in my college, and because of diverting my attention a lot into this, I started diverting from my grades. Of course, my grades took a hit. It was indeed a depressing moment, one that I should have anticipated. All this made me question, is it always true? Does one really have to drop out of college in order to make a successful, thriving startup? And it was a question that needed to be answered at that moment. I had to take a call. I mean, in the end, I would have never survived in a company that would have told me to do the same thing over and over again every day. So I took a call. It was time to go ahead with more projects, time to make more innovative projects. Sometime last year in September, we were sitting in my living room. We were three of us sitting in a living room, watching some documentary. Frankly speaking, we were a bit high. So it was kind of getting dark outside. So I looked at my friend and I told him, dude, can you switch on the lights? And he goes, no, I'm not doing it, you do it. And we both looked at each other and then looked at a third friend, like, can you switch on the light? And he goes, no, I'm not doing it, you do it. I mean, the burden of switching on the light was simply too much for us. So we thought about it for a while. Again, a problem to be solved. We thought over it, we came up with a solution. Again, still a bit high. We thought, you know what? Why not make mind-controlled lighting? Why not control lights with your mind? And that is exactly what we went ahead with this. Simply speaking, this project, you look at a light, you think about it for a while. You concentrate on the light a lot, and there it was. The light would automatically switch on. What? Fancy, cool, agreed. How do we implement it? So we went ahead with the technicalities of it, how exactly to approach this problem. So we started reverse engineering about how exactly the brain would start thinking about this. So we went ahead with analyzing EEG waves, which stands for electroencephalogram waves, which is simply a fancy word for brain waves. So we started thinking about brain waves, and we realized a funny fact. Whenever you concentrate on any object, you would find recurring patterns onto this electroencephalogram, the brain waves. So we built a device. We put some electrodes on our forehead, some in the ear. People were scared to use it, frankly speaking. And we found these recurring patterns using machine learning algorithms, and then we connected them to relays. And there it was. A thing of the future, at least that's what I like to believe it. We like to call it the mind control lighting. So all of this was pretty cool and fancy, but then came a time when I had to actually I started searching for fields that are yet to be explored, fields that technology is yet to grow, fields that people were actually scared to tread around, that being of death care. Back when I was in college, not a very long time ago, I got a phone call from my parents with the least anticipated news ever. A relative of mine had suffered from cardiac arrest. Moments later, it was confirmed that he wasn't able to fight it back. It was indeed a huge shock for the entire family. We were all stunned. I would say a rather difficult part of this, apart from the death, the actual demise, something more difficult to deal with is the logistical details associated with one's demise. The bills, documentation, the financial assets, properties, wills, all of this and all of that in the state of one person not being there. Well, again, this is a problem which is rather strange, but we aim to solve it. We aim to resolve this problem as well. And this led birth to our latest startup, Goodbye. We developed a portal that allowed people to store all their information, be it social media platform information, be it their personal information, their entire digital footprint, onto one centralized location called Goodbye. We allowed people to access that vault, we call it the digital vault, from anywhere across the globe. Now, many people ask, Google Drive does it, Dropbox does it. How is this different from them? So, the speciality of this, as one person is not there, his property, his valuables are automatically inherited by the next of kin. Same is the concept with Goodbye. We have a digital vault, a digital footprint created for a person that automatically is given access to by their next of kin. Their mother, father, brother, spouse, they automatically gain access to their digital footprint. As Steve Jobs once said, no one wants to die. Nobody wants to die. Even people wanting to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. Still, death is a common destination we all share. Ladies and gentlemen, a thing of the future. It's a place, it's a platform it's a platform where one's life takes new forms. I present you Project Goodbye. Well, in the year 1947, India got independence. And this team developed India's first analog computer in the year 1953. They did something unbelievable at that time, scavenging through the World War debris and scrap metal they found. In 2014, this team did something unbelievable in today's time. Oh, clicker is not working. This team did something unbelievable in today's time. Team Quanical, they came together to form projects that are most creative and innovative. It is till date that they amuse me, that they come up with such crazy ideas that create huge impact in this market or in this industry. It is with this intention that I would like to conclude, saying, I did travel the path less traveled. I did have options which I overlooked, although it was not an impossible one. I would be very glad for people over here, the youngsters out here, if they find a dream team like this of their own and join me in this journey of innovation. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kaustubh Shivdikar signing off.